I still remember the holidays when my mother-in-law slept on my old pull-out couch and woke up with a bruised back. The metal bars dug into her spine, turning a joyful visit into a nightmare. Finding a convertible sofa bed that doesn't feel like a torture device but still looks great in a living room is incredibly frustrating. You usually sacrifice comfort for style, or vice versa. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 best convertible sofa beds on the market to save your guests' backs. But which one actually earns the top spot? Let's find out. 7. ANONER 60-inch folding sleeper chair sofa bed. When I first unpacked this piece, I appreciated the compact footprint. It's essentially a thick floor cushion that unfolds into a makeshift bed, which initially seemed like a brilliant space-saving idea for a tiny apartment or a kid's playroom. The high-density foam promised a decent balance of support and plushness, and the washable cover is undeniably a practical touch for anyone prone to spilling their coffee while lounging. However, the reality of sleeping on this for a full night told a very different story. Unfolding it is easy enough, but once you lie down, you quickly realize you're practically sleeping directly on the floor. The foam, while decent for an hour of reading, compresses significantly under the weight of an average adult. By morning, my hips and shoulders were acutely aware of the hardwood floor beneath the mattress. It's just not thick enough to provide the necessary isolation and support required for a restorative night's sleep. Transitioning it back into a chair form revealed another set of compromises. As a sofa or chair, it severely lacks structural integrity. Without a rigid frame to lean against, you have to prop it up against a solid wall if you want any semblance of back support. If you try to place it in the center of a room, leaning back turns into a core workout as the backrest slowly gives way. The included pillows do little to mitigate this fundamental design flaw. Ultimately, the ANONER sleeper falls short of being a reliable primary piece of furniture for adults. It functions best as an occasional crash pad for teenagers or a temporary seating solution for a dorm room, where expectations for ergonomic support are notoriously low. 6. SUYOLS folding sofa bed. This model attempts to elevate the floor cushion concept by incorporating memory foam into its construction, aiming for a more premium feel. Out of the box, the fabric feels soft to the touch, and the memory foam does offer that signature slow sinking sensation when you first sit down. It's slightly wider and feels a bit more substantial than the previous model, offering a glimmer of hope for a better night's rest. When I tested the sleeping arrangement, the memory foam top layer did provide better pressure relief than standard high-density foam. However, the folding mechanism creates distinct horizontal seams right where your lower back and knees rest. Throughout the night, the foam tends to separate slightly at these creases, leaving you sinking into the structural gaps. I found myself tossing and turning to avoid the canyons that form between the folded sections, making for an incredibly disjointed and frustrating sleep experience. As a daytime seating option, the SUYOLS also struggles with proportion. While it attempts to mimic the look of a traditional low-profile love seat, it sits awkwardly close to the ground. Getting in and out of it requires a bit of physical effort, especially for anyone with knee issues. Furthermore, after just a few days of use, the fabric began to look a bit baggy and loose, losing that crisp, structured appearance you want in your living space. While the addition of memory foam is a step in the right direction, the execution leaves much to be desired. The SUYOLS is slightly better suited for overnight guests than the ANONER, but it still heavily relies on being pushed against a wall for back support. 5. Yaheetech Convertible Sofa Bed Adjustable Recliner. This is where we finally graduate from floor cushions to a proper, elevated furniture piece with legs and a sturdy wooden frame. When I assembled this sofa, the modern, minimalist design immediately caught my eye. The tufted upholstery gives it a clean, sophisticated look that easily blends into an office, a studio apartment, or a contemporary living room without screaming that it is secretly a futon. One of the standout features I thoroughly enjoyed testing is the split-back reclining mechanism. The backrest can be adjusted to 3 different angles, and because it's split down the middle, 2 people can sit side by side with completely different recline preferences. It's a fantastic touch for movie nights where one person wants to sit upright with a drink while the other leans back to relax. The built-in armrests also add a level of traditional comfort that the floor models completely lack. Converting into a bed is a breeze. You simply push the backrests forward to release the lock and lay them flat. The sleeping surface is remarkably firm and supportive. While some might find it a bit too firm for everyday sleeping, I found that it provided excellent back support for a weekend guest. There are no annoying metal bars poking through the cushioning, though adding a mattress topper makes it a genuinely cozy experience for longer stays. For the price point, the Yaheetech offers exceptional value and utility. It feels stable. The faux leather or fabric options are easy to wipe down and maintain, and it serves brilliantly as a primary couch in a smaller space. It bridges the gap between budget constraints and the need for legitimate, adult-sized furniture, earning its solid position right in the middle of our rankings. Four, Serta Monroe Modern Convertible Sofa. Serta is a heavyweight name in the mattress industry, so my expectations for their furniture line were naturally high, and the Monroe did not disappoint. From the outside, this looks exactly like a stylish, high-end stationary sofa. The charcoal gray woven fabric is incredibly durable yet soft, and the tailor track arms give it a refined silhouette that elevates the entire room. You would never guess there's a full-size bed hiding inside it. As a daytime couch, the seating experience is fantastic. The seat cushions are generously padded with high-density foam and pocket coils, mirroring the construction of a premium mattress. This means you get a responsive, supportive seat that doesn't sag after hours of binge-watching your favorite shows. The back cushions are plush and inviting, making this one of the few convertible sofas that you will actually want to use as your primary living room seating year-round. The real magic happens when you pull out the hidden sleeper. Instead of a basic click-clack mechanism, the Monroe features a smooth pull-out trundle system. The transition is seamless and requires very little physical effort. The sleeping surface itself is surprisingly comfortable, benefiting greatly from Serta's foam technology. The transition between the sofa seat and the pull-out section is virtually undetectable when lying down, providing a continuous, supportive plane for a great night's rest. The Serta Monroe is a massive leap forward in both aesthetics and functionality. It successfully masks its utilitarian purpose behind a gorgeous, contemporary design. While it commands a higher price tag than the previous entries, the investment is entirely justified by the sheer quality of the materials and the dual-purpose excellence it delivers. 3. DHB Emily Futon Couch Bed. I was immediately struck by the mid-century modern aesthetic of this piece. The low-profile design, tufted faux leather or linen upholstery, and gleaming chrome legs give it an incredibly sleek and expensive appearance that punches way above its weight class. It's an armless design, which I found brilliantly opens up smaller spaces, making the room feel significantly larger and less cluttered. What I loved most during my testing was the sheer versatility of the Emily Futon. Because of its modular-friendly design, you can easily pair it with a matching chaise lounge to create a massive sectional or use it as a standalone statement piece. The split-back design allows for multiple lounging angles, much like the Yaheetech, but the engineering here feels a bit more refined and smooth. The cushioning is firm and bouncy, providing excellent posture support whether you are sitting upright with a laptop or lounging back. Converting the Emily into a bed takes mere seconds. The click-clack mechanism locks securely into place, transforming the sofa into a surprisingly spacious sleeping area. The firm cushioning translates beautifully into a supportive mattress alternative. While side sleepers might want to throw a plush blanket down for extra padding, back and stomach sleepers will greatly appreciate the rigid support that prevents the dreaded morning backache. The DHB Emily secures the number 3 spot simply because it is a proven, reliable workhorse that doesn't compromise on style. It has dominated the market for years for a reason, It delivers exceptional modern aesthetics, dependable functionality, and undeniable comfort in a highly affordable package. It's the perfect addition to a trendy loft, a minimalist apartment, or any space where style and utility must perfectly align. 2. American Leather Langdon Comfort Sleeper. This is where we cross the threshold into true luxury furniture. Testing the Langdon was an absolute revelation. From the moment you touch the exquisite top-grain leather, it is abundantly clear that this piece was crafted with meticulous attention to detail. It is a massive, substantial sofa that anchors a room with profound elegance, featuring sleek, track arms and a timeless silhouette that defies fleeting interior design trends. The undisputed star of the show here is the patented Tiffany 24/7 sleep system. When I unfolded this bed, I was astounded. There are absolutely no springs, no metal bars, and no sagging canvas beneath the mattress. Instead, it utilizes a solid wooden platform that unfolds smoothly to reveal a genuine, full-length, high-resiliency foam mattress. Sleeping on a Langdon is virtually indistinguishable from sleeping on a premium, standalone bed. It is, without a doubt, the most comfortable sleeping experience I have ever had on a convertible sofa. As a daytime couch, the Langdon is equally impressive. The seat depth is generous, and the high-density foam cushions offer a luxurious, sink-in comfort while still providing resilient support that bounces right back when you stand up. What's even better is the level of customization. American Leather allows you to choose from hundreds of fabrics and leathers, ensuring that this piece perfectly matches your specific decor and lifestyle needs. The Langdon Comfort Sleeper is an investment piece in the truest sense of the word. It is heavy, it is expensive, and it is undeniably magnificent. If budget is not your primary concern, and you simply want the absolute best dual-purpose furniture for your home, a piece that will last for decades and keep your guests blissfully happy, this is a phenomenal choice. 1. Serta Rane Collection Convertible Sofa. Why does this model beat out the ultra-luxurious Langdon or the highly popular Emily? Because it strikes the absolute perfect, elusive balance between extraordinary comfort, sophisticated design, and accessible pricing. When I set up the Rane, I was immediately struck by its elegant, tailored appearance that effortlessly bridges the gap between mid-century charm and contemporary chic. The assembly was remarkably straightforward, taking only a few minutes to attach the legs and secure the hardware. Once set up, the charcoal fabric looked premium and felt highly durable against daily wear and tear. The gently sloped arms and biscuit-tufted backrest give it a designer showroom aesthetic without the designer price tag. It is compact enough to fit into a home office or a small apartment, yet spacious enough to comfortably seat 3 adults during a movie marathon. Performance-wise, Serta's pedigree shines brightly in the Rane collection. The high-density foam cushions provide an incredibly comfortable seating experience that feels vastly superior to standard futons. When it's time for bed, the click-clack mechanism operates with buttery smoothness, laying flat to create a secure, stable sleeping platform. I spent a night on this model and woke up feeling genuinely refreshed. The foam provides just the right amount of contouring and pushback to support the spine perfectly throughout the night. The Serta Rane Collection Convertible Sofa wins the crown because it democratizes comfort and style. It doesn't ask you to compromise your living room's aesthetic, it doesn't drain your savings account, and most importantly, it ensures your guests won't wake up with a sore back. It is a masterclass in functional furniture design, proving that you really can have it all.